Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today, Midweek Magic Standard Shakeup. We have a unique banned list for the event, getting rid of all the most annoying cards. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can learn more about it through the event if you want. We've made a deck for today, Mono Red Burn Skis. We're going to break it down, play some rounds, and see how it fares up in this new meta, which can only leave me thinking that these are the cards that they're thinking about banning slash reworking for the upcoming banned, restricted, and rebalanced announcement that we'll see shortly before the new cards come out. So get ready, buckle up, and let's take a look at not only the event, but the deck. Oh, Toledo. So we're basically just sitting here thinking to ourselves, we need some content for you guys. We're waiting for Alchemy to be released tomorrow. What can we do? Boom, right in front of our face. The Midweek Magic Standard Shakeup, which is really exciting. So basically all of the most annoying cards have been banned, which is fantastic. We will be playing with the Standard Shakeup deck I have here. It's a mono red burn build. Invoke Calamity. I cannot get enough of this card. I think it is absolutely fantastic. And the new addition to this deck is actually the Smoldering Egg, because the triple cast through the Calamity will help the Flame Breather, it will help the Egg, and it will help the Alchemist all trigger 3 times, which is just doggone goofy. It gets better than that, though. With the amount of 1-drops we have, we can combo Calamities into each other, because this is 5, the 1-drops are 1, that is 6, and we can keep that story going, which is just like more casts than you'll ever need, on top of, like I said, that Breather dealing 1 damage for each cast, the Alchemist dealing 1 damage for each cast, and the Ashmouth Dragon actually doing 2 damage for each cast. So you can see just how quickly, when you're doing 3+ casts on all of these creatures, which are non-legendary, so you can stack them, that's going to be a big chunk of damage for your opponent to deal with. So let's see how we do in the event. This is my first match. You guys are getting this process uncut, which is super exciting. Typically, you receive everything anyways. I just cut out this part because then I've got to fill it with commentary, and it gives you a contact point to click off, which I just will not have. So this is not the greatest hand, but it is there. It is active, and I think we can go for it. Spike Field and tap. We're on the play as well, which kind of gives us a little bit of wiggle room here, as opposed to how strict that I think we need to be. So this is fine. Den out second. Let's get this Alchemist ready, and because we have Crush the Weak, I'm not worried about removing this Initiate. I don't think that there will be a training, which is when it attacks with a creature also attacking that has power greater than it. It'll get that +1/+1 counter if you're unfamiliar. So unless there's 2 mana haste within white that I don't know about, we're going to be okay. And the Usher's totally fine. A secondary Crush the Weak is redonkulous, so I'm just going to go and pop the first one off now. And this might even just be match set point. Really, really good value. We'll pass our turn, and we'll actually tap the Alchemist on their turn here. So there's no haste. We may as well just grab this, and then we're not waiting, but typically on their end step. Not great. 2 damage, 2 damage for 4 damage. That's probably our best bet, but we could do that organically next turn anyways. Let's go Chandra. Plus into nothing, which is fairly sad. I would like to use this play with fire here, but in this case, I'll need to actually use it to combo into Adeline, and I don't necessarily want to waste the invoke on that yet, but we'll have to hold out and see here. 2 damage to everything, 4 damage to 1 of their things, which in this case I'm pretty sure is going to be Adeline. They still have 4 cards in their hand, which is a little bit, right? It's gonna get that job done here, and we're gonna hit our Chandra for 3 damage. This is unpleasant. 4 damage, sorry, that's lethal on Chandra. Adeline goes up to 3, and the other hits for 1. So, I mean, it's not great, but again, you come back from it.
I was having a good time.
Let's clean the field. We actually get a 2-2 out of this, which could be worse. Right? Definitely could be worse. And then we'll take care of Adeline. Not really how we want to use our spells, but thankfully we can recast them from the grave to send them into the end zone. Brutal Cathar on the token. These sleeves are very cool. I like those sleeves quite a bit. Beautiful. The Lion Sash, luckily we have no creatures, but it can still control the graveyard. It was a permanent, so there is the one within Chandra as a permanent. They themselves don't have any. Crucible out. Chandra out and about. 3 mana doesn't get us anywhere. Maybe, you know, we draw something that we can cast here. Reckless would be alright. What is that card called? Reckless Impulse. The rope goes out. Don't think they like seeing a secondary Chandra here, but I actually love the flame animation on my deck. Can it just do that all the time? One hard corner here is a little bit weird, but at the same time, just always be on fire, and this is actually a pretty good pickup for us. The Flame Breather, the turn before we invoke. Stop it. It's not that big of a BM play that it deserves to be roped. I'm sure they're just maybe busy, having a little bit of issues with their client. And at the end of the day, a win's a win's a win. And I do like the standard Shakeup events. Very, very fresh take on the meta, and quite liberal with the restricted list for this specific event. Really, really like that portion of it. There's no permanent cards for us to take, but you know, they could be sneaky somehow. I don't know how they would be, but 1 mana removal plus 1 mana buff up. I don't see it. If it would be a March, and it would be Exile, which then they wouldn't be able to then exile with the Lion Sash for the +1/+1. So that's fine. They're cleaning our grave, and that actually is troublesome for our Invoke Calamity. I'm now realizing a little bit late here, but it is what it is. We'll deal with the Lion Sash. We'll progress. There's a Den of the Bugbear. But regardless, our opponent is, they're doing their best here. And I think they're doing a fine job, right? We definitely don't have that much of an advantage. The shield's out. That's reducing all of our damage. Now we also have to pay to target. Let's try to grab a draw here. Hopefully it's good. Better not be another land. And if it is, at least we're getting it out of the way. That's as good as it gets. This damage gets nullified, which is an absolute bummer, because it's the majority of our damage in the deck. But it's okay, though, because we have land. We have a Royal Eruption, which can kill. Lion Sash will pay for this, that's fine. I assume they take our cards out of the grave, but I can't confirm it for sure. There's no permanent that they would be able to get. They might have removal here on the Flame Breather, but... So they're just going to take them, which is still really good, because I would love to cast those again. But again, at the end of the day, whatever. We can hit for 1. Let's go. Right, let's go. 2 cards in hand, 6 mana out, shield in play. Skyclave on Chandra. So sad, that's our draw engine.
you can do better.
Den of the Bugbears active. Let's swing. Surprisingly, they don't block the den. An eruption in the grave, but I would like a little more. Slay the Skyclave. Pay the tax from the shield. Receive our 3/3. Attack for 3. Calamity for 4. 5, 6, 7. Still not lethal, but they're unpleased with the match, and I think we would have been able to grind that out over time if they didn't get something like an intrepid adversary that wants to swing out and gain a bunch of life on us. It's good match. The reward structure, not too pleased with it. I received a Strict Proctor. Great card, sure, but I already have 4 of them, so why isn't it a card that I don't have? Wizards! Why you gotta be like that? Duck, man. 2019. Nice. Golgari Sleeves, also known as Team Witherbloom. Let's get after it. Saving the shock for on top of the Thermo Alchemist after the Chandra. Order of operations, am I right? Let me know if you've seen that screen glitch. Also, I feel like there's maybe a little bit of an issue on the way this is lined up, like a black bar on the top. Sure, that doesn't matter though. I do want to play into a counterspell, so I'm going to be conservative. We can pass our turn. 4 damage through the shock. There we go. Land out. Finn is also out, not so worried about it. Pass, tap the Alchemist. It'll be 5 damage total. Because the Alchemist does 1 damage without casting every turn, right? Are you there, Duckman? And then we'll swing in, untap, plus the Breather deals the damage. Come on. Well, it'll be an easy win. I don't know about a fast win. Just having fun. Just having fun. And there we go, down to 15, which is not a good pace, right? Turn 3, they still have 15 life left. That's typically, you know, I'd like to have them down to maybe 7. If possible, by this late in the game. I almost don't care about Finn. You know what I mean? And if we can get Chandra out and active, that brings us closer to Invoke Calamity. Because we missed our lander up here, but if we get it next turn as Chandra survives, then we're A-okay. Do another damage. No way to spend this mana past turn. Chandra's sitting at 4 loyalty. Chandra does not even get attacked. No blocks. No problem. Ninjutsu. Master's Rebuke. Nice. So the Death Touch just immediately kills that. We get a poison count. Well, 2 of them, a pair. Brutal. And then we can tap this. They're done for the turn. Land out. Plus Chandra for the draw.
So I'm a little hot-headed. So
Tap
what?
the Alchemist. Take our draw. This is good till next turn. Alchemist untaps. Tap the Alchemist. They're good till next turn, so I'm going to be greedy with this and just kill Finn. Last turn. Chandra's at 5. The Needlehorn Drake definitely hits Chandra. I feel like we could win games all day with this deck. Is Righteous Valkyrie on that banned list? Let me take a quick peek-sees. Righteous Valkyrie is not on the list. How do they keep ignoring this card? So just use Righteous Valkyrie in the event if you want as well. That would be really good. Certainly fairly good against me. Well, sometimes. We've actually burned out Valkyrie decks. I've done like 30 damage plus in 1 turn. Thanks to Invoke Calamity. It's just so good. A fun event. However, the matches are a little bit slower paced than we're used to within Mythic. People, you know, feeding the kids, doing whatever. Certainly not playing their match. We know that much. Again, I've had pretty bad client issues in the last week, though, so we should be fairly forgiving. I guess we'll ride the timer out to victory. Let's seal the deal with a nice. It's their turn. Go straight to our turn. Interesting. They don't attack. And we just let it rip, hey? No, let's keep building. I mean, we basically have it anyways. And I'm sure we don't even get to play here because it's just a timer situation, but whatever. Whatever, man. Thanks for being my second match. It was a very entertaining time for my audience. Okay, they're gonna scoop up. They realize that this is not working out for them. And let's go ahead and get our reward was a Hinata, which I do not believe I had 4 of. And I'm actually pleased with that. Mushi. Trying to stop us from going undefeated. Let's see if they can do it. Trying to find a good spot for everything here, right? The mic out here. We don't need the mic, do we? Do you guys like to see the mic? It's just always in the way. Something's in the way. 3 impulses. Shuffler is fine. Stop asking so many questions. Mono white in the house. I mean, it doesn't need to be foretold. We're hitting it on 3 if we want anyways. We might save it. Oh, Boros, interesting. Does the Alchemist survive? It might not. It might just get frizz-eyed. Get wrecked, Alchemist. There we go. It does. Mommy Flare, let's go. Well, here, have another. 2 would have been cool. Let me tell you what. Third land. Commander out with haste, attacks, gets indestructible. How frustrating is that? Tap the Alchemist. Take the Impulse. Untap the Alchemist. Play the land. Play the Egg. Egg is actually a good defender here. Last turn. Alchemist taps again and step. Unless interacted with, and we're just going to push up this Egg. Four cards in their hand. They could have so many things just to absolutely bone us. This is a good card, though. 3/3 haste that gains indestructible. Fantastic. We don't have anything other than the dragon attacking or the flame breather attacking to drop the indestructible. Okay, that is really good. Wow. It can't pay to equip, but it does go to 4. And we're down to 13. Let's grab a land. Untap the Alchemist, trigger the Egg. No land. Let's just take this. Trigger the Egg, untap the Alchemist. Sadly, we can't attack to get rid of the Indestructible to deal with the Commander. The equip here is frustrating as well. And they can pay for the equip. That is fantastic. So we're getting hit for potentially 10 damage here. No blocks. Down to 8. And then here's another attack phase. Take it on the chin. No blocks. We'll tap. 15. Can we deal 15 damage this turn? Not without a land. So tap the Alchemist. Play Chandra. Oh, they're just gonna kill us with Icy. My bad. My bad. We just messed up. We have the cave. Right, that's gonna take lethal on us.
Watch me heat up the dance floor.
We're too late. Oh no, no, yeah. We don't transform till 7. So we could block the commander, but I think the cave just kills us if they drop another land. Well, that's not it. So the Alchemist gets in the way, or do they go for Chandra? Nice. They tap the Alchemist, so we're forced to block with the Egg. Or they kill Chandra. No, they don't. Interesting. Okay, so the Contenta resolves. They tap this, which is weird because we get to tap it in response. But that forces us to block with the egg, and that's actually something we didn't want to do. So that's reasonable. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Flame Breather out. Tap. Plus for damage.
Give a toast.
Wipe the field. Untap. Deal damage to the breather. Breather can potentially drop indestructible from the commander. They have lethal if they get land. Chandra's getting to a dangerous position here. We lost our egg, which sucks. I think it's a -7 though, so I don't know if we get to that. But I know we do have good damage coming up. We have to block. Keep the Flame Breather because it's an extra point of damage. Right? We take this down to 8. And we are close. Flame Breather's up, which is down to 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 confirmed. We need 2 more damage somewhere. Whether it's 2 spells, 1 spell, really. We'll do it. That will do it. Very close game. I think we've got it. I could be wrong. We should have plus Chandra first because they could interact with her on the stack. That's our one misplay here. Let's see if we get it or not, though. They do remove her. Oh, no. We need that. No, 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 no. They go on the Flame Breather instead. This is bad. We just lost our damage. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Good game. I did the math wrong. Oh, thank the Lord. Undefeated! 3-0. They gave us a run for our money there, though. That Indestructible Samurai, if it could have grabbed Lifelink somehow, Angel Fire Ignition is what I'm thinking of. We got absolutely boned. What is our cosmetic? Arnie Broken Brow. I'll allow it. From Kaldheim. Pretty cool. I think that's something that we didn't have, which is nice. And we cannot complain. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have an absolute magical rest of your day. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a YouTube member for exclusive content, and we'll see you soon in the next